Now there's one more technology presentation. I'll request Mr. Sukesh Jain, Vice President of Samsung Electronics, to kindly come and present about Samsung technologies. I request you to please keep it within 10 minutes. Thank you so much. A round of applause for Mr. Sukesh, please.
Thank you. Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and the eminent audience here on the dais. Banking has been really going through a transformational phase, from taking 4 to 5 days to open an account to less than 4 hours, and some banks claiming actually a few minutes. From cash to e-wallets, from banks deciding the way the processes need to be done, to individuals as customers deciding the way they want to interact and engage with the bank. From brick and mortar to now multi-channel. So these are the dimensions that are actually changing the way the banking industry is operating, that we as end users as well are engaging with the banking community. And that's happening because of a lot of technology being enabled in the way we work. While technology is there, there are also some challenges. Adoption is a key challenge. Banking industry is something which is so widespread across the country, has large footprint. Adopting it nationally becomes a challenge. There are legacy systems, and hence integration becomes a challenge. And more importantly, security, because bank is paying with a very, very rich commodity, which is cash. And so security is something of prime importance as far as any operation is concerned for a bank. But having said that, what I would like to focus on is some of the key enablers that are available in a certain space. As we all know, UIDAI has done a great job in creating a 1 billion digital footprint on Aadhaar. And we have colleagues from UIDAI here as well. And I was with Dr. Pandey last week, and a lot of really good work. Can anybody tell me here how many 1 billion digital footprint platforms are there in the world today? Any idea? Any guesses? No, there are 12. There are 12. There are 3 public and 9 private. The private kinds look like YouTube, Android, WhatsApp. These are the public platforms that are there. And on the private platform, there are 3 actually. Internet is one, GPS is the other, and the third one is actually our own homegrown Aadhaar. And mind you, Aadhaar also, I don't know how many people here know, Aadhaar has been the fastest to reach the 1 billion story, which is just about 5.5 years. Whereas the next best was Android, which took about 5.8 years to reach a 1 billion footprint. Now, having collected such a rich database of biometrics, which is unparalleled, nowhere in the world actually does that exist. And a lot of countries are now wanting to follow India's footprint into creating that digital footprint in their countries as well. So this has been one of the key enablers that have really transformed the way the banking industry is going to move forward. And the other key enabler has been mobility. Mobility with a mobile phone penetration of, you have more than 1 billion users, but actual active unique users maybe about 750 million. Out of a population of 1.2, it's very much there at about 70-75% penetration of mobility, which is far higher than a banking penetration, which is at about 50% today. And a smartphone penetration, which is increasing. A lot of the initiatives which Mr. Shiv and George talked about were actually based on mobility solutions. So these two combined are really creating a major enabler to be able to revolutionize the way we do the financial business. And I'll just talk about one of the tools that will really unleash the potential. Is we're talking about if we can get a biometric device, which is an integrated biometric device, which has high reliable security and the capability to be able to integrate with the various applications that the financial world has. That's a tool that we at Samsung have launched last week, presenting, ladies and gentlemen, the Samsung Galaxy Tab Iris. This is a tablet, an Android tablet, which is with an integrated iris camera. This is the first of its kind launched in India, actually made in India by our R&D facilities here, and made to suit primarily the financial world and also the government world, where there are a lot of government citizen-centric services that are there which need authentication. So this is a tablet which we launched last week, which is unique in its kind. And why is it unique? It's got the most appropriate biometric. It's got iris, which is contactless. Fingerprints are good, but they tend to degenerate over a period of time. This, even when you are a child, if you capture the iris, and even if you grow up to an age of 80, 90, the iris never changes because it uses very dynamic and unique imprints to be able to capture the iris. So this also has a dual eye scanner, which means I can capture both your eyes. Even if you have a defect in one, I can actually capture one eye and connect it to your database lying at Aadhaar to be able to authenticate you. We've actually partnered with global leaders, Delta ID, to provide this technology integrated into our tablets here. And this has been actually globally launched only in India right now. Having talked about the iris technology, this is also an integrated tablet. I talked about it. There's no need for any accessory, any external attachments of fingerprint scanner or anything, or an eye scanner for that matter. So it's all one tablet. Not only that, this also has a USB and OTG host in which you can actually attach any external accessory if you so desire. This also has BLE, which is the newest form of Bluetooth, which consumes far lesser energy, battery, and also is far faster in terms of data transfer. So integrated device is the second key, this thing. And this is Knox secured. Knox is Samsung's defense-grade security platform. It actually operates at the root of the device. Unlike a lot of MDMs which operate at an application layer level, this actually operates at the root level. So you can't even compromise the security in the device. Secondly, whenever the iris packets that we capture are being sent from the device to the application, we actually digitize them at our end itself and then send it. So there is encryption happening at the tablet level rather than waiting for the application level to encrypt. So far more secure than any other device. We also open up SDKs and APIs in this device, which means that any application that may be there at any banking organization, you can actually integrate the application directly to this tablet. You can operate the camera directly through this tab, through your application, because you've integrated into the application itself. So we open up the APIs and SDKs, and a lot of ISVs are actually integrating their applications into this tablet. I talked about a lot of ISVs like, we have Evolute and IXC, NewGen, NovoPay, MSwipe. A lot of these leading ISVs are already integrated, and a lot many more are integrating today. And this tablet is now Aadhaar ready. We have the STQC certification, a lot of rigorous tests on the hardware, on the optical side, on the security side to make this tablet a certified tablet for Aadhaar use. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Samsung Tab Iris, and not only this, we have a lot of other products which create an ecosystem of devices which can be used as micro ATMs or POS machines integrated with our tablets to be able to provide to a lot of user needs that the banking fraternity has today. Lastly, the Samsung Advantage. We have two manufacturing facilities in India, one in Noida and Chennai, so all our products are made in India. We have 3 R&D facilities who do global research and development and global designing. In fact, the entire designing and the development of this tablet happened in India. We have 2 in Noida and 1 in Bangalore, which are doing global R&D here. We have the highest service center, which is about 2,200 service centers across the country, which gives you a footprint for easy accessibility in case there is a problem with the device. And lastly, but not the least, we have a dedicated B2B team within the organization to actually work with the banking fraternity and the government fraternity and a lot of other large corporates to customize your requirements and your solutions to your needs. So that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to empower the Digital India mission towards a paperless, cashless, and a presentless economy. Thank you so much.